Just got off my flight. Flew from Nashville to Texas. Got some cool stuff going on here, actually filming with Elijah Schaefer, slightly offensive fame. It'd be a great time. But last time I flew to New York, and I showed everybody on Instagram how I actually wear compression socks. And I'm gonna link the ones I get down below, but let me see if I can move this little camera. So I wear these SB socks. You can buy them at Amazon. They're on Amazon. So they go up to your knee and they cover you all the way down to here. So the reason I'm posting this is because I think a lot of people can benefit, especially larger individuals or those who are health conscious, who want their legs to be able to not feel. Have you ever flown and you feel like your legs are just dead? Like you get up, you got kind of that sea leg syndrome. They don't really want to move. You know, I used to get that all the time. And I started flying and using these compression socks. And I also use them on long drives. Like when I drive to HQ, Tiger Fitness HQ in Ohio, I wear them. Even if it's the summer, I'll put pants on, I'll wear them. If I go on a long car ride for a kid's soccer game, I wear them. For example, we went to St. Louis the other weekend, wore my compression socks. And after I posted that I wear these things, and I think they're awesome because of how they make me feel. Again, I didn't know as much about the health implications of not wearing these or what these can prevent potentially by wearing them before this. Now, so I posted this Instagram story and I had a bunch of people, some guys I know, some friends who are actually doctors who actually deal with this thing. And they're telling me how it helps prevent deep vein thrombosis, which is a medical condition that occurs when a blood clot forms in a deep vein. The clots usually develop in the lower leg, thigh, or pelvis. Remember the change in air pressure, you're sitting, you're not moving around, and they can also occur in the arm, but again, like we can move your arms and stuff on flights, right? So that can cause pulmonary embolism. So the one thing that I was told a couple times, remember Jerry Ward, good friend of mine, passed away from a pulmonary embolism. Now, Jerry had a very eventful life, right? He overcame drug addiction. He also, did steroids. He was a bodybuilder. And we know steroids is a comorbidity or something that can contribute to heart issues, right? Contribute to death, let's be honest. So as someone with that, he was still a pretty big dude. Like Jerry and I trained a couple months before his untimely passing. And he's a bigger guy. But keep in mind, every weekend, just about, Jerry was flying, judging or emceeing or head judging IFBB shows. Jerry was a judge, a very active judge. They flew all over the place. So somebody wrote me and they said, look, man, I'm not a doctor. Again, when people address me, they say, hey, Coach Marc, because I'm a coach. I coach kids. They don't say, hey, Dr. Marc. I'm not a doctor. Never pretended to be a doctor, but I probably know more about health and fitness than your doctor. But he knows more about prescribing things made by Pfizer, I'm sure. So anyway, unless it's Viagra, then, oh, there you go. So anyway, this gentleman, this doctor wrote me and said, if Jerry would have worn these compression socks, he might still be here. Now, let me repeat. If Jerry Ward would have worn these compression socks, the ones I'm wearing, he might still be here. I don't know about all that, okay? I do know this. I know that when you compress, it keeps the blood flowing. When you're sitting in a plane, whether it's a 1-hour flight or a 5-hour flight, like I always do from Nashville to LA, you're basically sitting there. Cabin pressure's messed up. You had all those U.S. Marshals after 9/11, 2001. A lot of them were getting these pulmonary embolisms, the deep vein thrombosis. A lot of these guys were getting issues because of the lack of blood flow caused by flying. In fact, I've spoken to a lot of flight attendants who wear these. I've spoken to a lot of flight attendants, and again, flight attendants get up and walk around. Like, you're not doing that. You're sitting in your chair. If you're in the middle, you're like this. So I'm going to make a recommendation. If you're going on a long car ride, I'm talking over an hour, maybe over 2 hours. Let's not be crazy, right? If you're going on a trip, if you're flying, if you're going to be sitting for a long period of time, but I think especially flying, They're like 15 bucks. Invest in one pair of these, okay? I have been wearing them as regular socks during the day. I find that when so I have two ways I work, okay? I know I talk too much. I have ADHD. This should have been a 1 minute video. It's gonna be like 8, and I apologize. When I'm sitting at when I work at home, I have one of those uplift desks. So it's either a standing desk or a sitting desk. So when I'm thinking and I'm writing articles, I will usually sit down, which is probably 5 to 6 hours a day. When I'm doing spreadsheets, is that. When I'm answering emails and doing passive things, I'll stand up. But I find lately, since I'm doing a lot more concentrated work because I have a board and everything, I have to do very focused work for numbers and all that stuff. I find myself sitting because I can't think as well when I'm standing because I'm focused on standing. I know it's weird, but when I'm doing thinking work, I sit. When I'm doing passive work, I stand. And I'm always moving my desk up and down. My wife's like, why you keep moving your desk? I'm like, because I'm fidgeting. I'm fidgeting right now. So I recommend everybody buys one pair of these and just have them, okay? I'm gonna link the ones I got down below. They don't have to be the ones I bought. Like if you go to, I don't know who sells them. And again, a lot of people who follow me, a lot of you guys are anti-Amazon. A lot of people who've seen me on Tim Pool and all the conservative talk shows and stuff, a lot of you guys are anti-Amazon. You try to avoid Amazon. I wish I had an option. I have no clue where else to buy them. I haven't researched it. I buy it from Amazon out of convenience, and I know that probably makes me a horrible person, but I also sell millions of dollars of product here on Amazon, so I guess whatever's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? But just get a pair of these, and next time you fly or next time you go on a long car ride, I want you to wear these. I want you to let me know. I want you to DM me on Instagram at Marc Lobliner. I want you to comment down below because I do check all my comments. All the new comments come up in the new comment section. I check them all the time. I want you to let me know how these work for you. If you have a pair, I want you to comment down below and tell me if you like them, if they work for you. I know they've done a lot for me. When I take these off, let me see if I can do this. Hold on. So I'm going to take these off, and usually if I take them off, I'm vascular AF. Let me see. Hold on. They're tight, by the way. Yeah, look at that. So I've been sitting, flying, and if you look, the blood flow is absolutely ridiculous. So, that's what I recommend. And again, not selling you anything. Don't care what you do. Don't care where you buy them. I'm going to link where I got them. But again, let me know your thoughts. Anyway, these might save your life. At least that's what some doctor told me. Anyway, be sure to like this channel. Well, you can like the channel. Subscribe to this channel. I mess that up every time. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, click on the notification bell, and remember, that's not a game. Training intensity is everything. If you want to build muscle, if you want to get better, if you want to go hard, you need to train intense. A lot of pre-workouts, they get you intense. But then what happens? You crash. A lot of pre-workouts, they give you the pump, but then what happens? It wears off. A lot of pre-workouts, they'll give you all that stuff, but it doesn't add to your endurance. I want to be able to lift heavy. I want to be able to feel the pump. I want veins bulging from every single part of my body. I want to lift heavier weights every single time. I want to run farther. I want to run faster. I want to push harder, and I want to get bigger, stronger, and faster. And that's why I created Clash 3D. This pre-workout is next level, featuring 3D pump, Vasodrive AP, and a lot of other epic ingredients. Guys, this is the pre-workout that you need to take your workouts and your performance and your physique to the next level.